We are the Peptide Pirates. I'm Goldfinger. And I'm Dean.
And we're going to
pep
you up. All right, we're going into Tesamorelin today. I have no idea what episode this is. I'll name it later. Okay, so so what is Tesamorelin?
Well, Tesamorelin is a synthetic growth hormone releasing hormone analog, and it stimulates, again, your pituitary gland to produce your own natural growth hormone and raise the IGF-1.
So it's also a growth hormone stimulant.
Yes, same thing, yes.
It must go a different way. It's a different receptor, obviously.
No, same receptors.
Same, huh?
Same receptors. It stimulates and raises your IGF-1, which is insulin-like growth factor 1. And that's important because it really produces dramatic loss of visceral fat. And the drug is actually FDA approved, or I should say Tesamorelin is FDA approved, and it's called Agrifta.
Okay.
And it is approved for the reduction of visceral fat, which is the really bad fat that's around your organs.
Which is the toughest one that seems to get rid of.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
retatrutide has glucagon, one of the amino acids of the three that it has, and that goes after visceral fat as well.
Right.
How do they differ?
Well, one is the Tesamorelin is a growth hormone releasing hormone. It totally different receptors.
But they both are going after visceral fat.
Yeah.
So can you take them both at the same time? Can you take Tesamorelin with
in fact,
retatrutide?
that's a great way to
a combination.
Yeah, great.
But they don't stack them. Usually you take it separate.
Yeah. Tesamorelin isn't stacked with anything.
Why is that? Is there a particular reason? Is it a long chain amino, or is it?
No, it's just
taken separate.
Yeah, taken separate.
Okay.
I take Tesamorelin, Ipamorelin, and CGC 1295 all within minutes of each other.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
I take Tesamorelin also, but I usually take it at night.
I take it at night too.
You take it at night. Okay.
Yep.
And the reason being?
It also promotes deeper sleep.
Yes, it does. I get sleepy when I take it. So if I take it in the morning or afternoon, I make a mistake and I do it in the morning, which I now put a little red dot on it so I know. Actually I use blue for nighttime, and red is once a week. I use colored pens to kind of help me let me know if I'm not supposed to take it on a daily basis. So it's a blue. So it's marked blue, so I take it at night. Blue is night. All right. Yeah. So yeah, because I do get sleepy. I took it a couple times in the morning, and I had to have a nap. I literally was falling asleep. Okay. So higher IGF-1. What is IGF-1?
It's actually insulin-like growth factor 1, and it actually leads to increased lipolysis, which is fat burning.
But when you say insulin, everybody thinks of, like I do, of your glucose level.
Well, it's insulin-like growth factor.
Okay.
It's not
insulin. It's not changing your glucose.
No, it changes the way that your body is producing or metabolizing fat.
Okay, all right.
And it also oxidizes fat, and so while it preserves muscle, and that's one of the reasons that I want to take it is to preserve the muscle, because as we age, the worst thing we can do is lose muscle.
So if you're on retatrutide and you take Tesamorelin, will that help preserve the muscle that you would normally lose?
Oh. Yeah, retatrutide does too, but you need to be doing resistance training.
Yeah, I never did.
With retatrutide. I mean, with actually any of them, there's no sense, spending your money on supplements or peptides if you're not going to, do the work. Actually,
you should.
Yeah,
I knew I should.
You should.
I didn't. I know I was doing it wrong.
I didn't for a while either, and I
didn't
actually
have the motivation,
experienced
to be honest with you. Until I lost 100 pounds, I didn't have motivation to do more.
Yeah, you.
But imagine 100 pounds carrying 100 pounds in front of you. I don't even think I can lift 100 pounds right now. Okay,
yeah.
50 pounds would be pretty heavy. So losing 100, actually 110, that's quite a bit of weight, and you actually do end up with more energy. And I have more. I only sleep 5, maybe 6 hours a night. The rest of the time, I'm going. Carolyn goes, how come you got your second wind at nighttime? Because usually at nighttime, I get a second wind. It's like I need to do stuff on the computer. I need to respond to the emails and messages and comments and texts and all that. And I do a lot of that at nighttime because they're waking up in the U.S. and they're asking me questions and placing orders and things like that. So I get a second wind. She crashes, man. She just totally crashes at about 8 o'clock. I'm up to midnight, 1 a.m. Go to bed sometime between 1 and 2 and wake up at 7. So, and I'm fine, during the day. You used to have to take naps every day and don't have to take naps every day anymore.
Yeah, I used to really need a nap in the middle of the day and really don't
need
anymore.
it anymore. Yeah,
No,
losing
really.
the weight and taking some of the peptides have added energy.
Yeah,
So
you really lost a lot of weight.
But the funny part is when I look in the mirror, I don't see it. So that's the
Oh,
funny
gosh.
part. The clothes.
I have pictures.
I have a pile of clothes I can't wear, and I have pictures too. I have pictures when I was as much as 350 pounds, and I don't even look the same person.
Yeah.
When I got here, it was a little over 300, and that was 3.5 years ago. I had lost some weight being here, just from I think the weather and walking. You do a lot more walking here, but definitely the Retta created the 110-pound loss.
Yeah.
Without it, I wouldn't have lost that weight. All right, back to
So
Tesamorelin.
Tesamorelin really, I mean, if you want to lose belly fat, that's the peptide to use.
Is there a certain amount of milligrams you should be taking for that to optimize the reducing of the visceral fat?
I take 30 units, which is
How many milligrams?
2,000 micrograms.
2,000 micrograms, which
Yeah.
is 2 grams, 2 milligrams.
2 milligrams.
And how many milligrams is the bottle?
10.
10.
Or 20. 20.
It's 20, so it's 20.
milligrams.
And you add 2 mils of water probably?
I believe so. I'd have to check, but I
it's
think
2
it's 2 mils. Yeah.
So, because that would make it a 10% solution. You're adding,
Yeah.
you're taking 2,000. That would be 2. Yeah.
Right.
All right. So it's pretty dramatic for the visceral fat.
Yeah, it is. I mean that's what it's FDA approved to do, and it was mainly approved for AIDS patients, because AIDS patients tend to gain extra amounts of visceral fat.
All right.
So it was.
Oh, did they? I
Yeah,
wouldn't know. Yeah.
yeah.
Thank God I wouldn't know. All right.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
all right. Well, and then it works even better than Ipamorelin or CGH 1295.
Yeah, for belly fat for sure.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm taking. You're saying you're taking how many units?
30.
Yeah. See, I'm not taking that much. Maybe I need to up that, because that's the only thing left on me to get rid of is belly fat, and belly
Yeah.
fat typically is visceral fat. Isn't
Well,
it?
and that's the worst kind of fat you can have is
And
fat
it's
around
the
your
hardest
organs.
to get rid of too.
Yeah.
It's the hardest to
Yep,
get rid of. So
it is.
I lost inches in my arms and my legs, overall between my shoulders, my neck, my face, but the belly, it's reduced, but it's the last item. I can't seem to get it down, so maybe I'll increase that, because I've only been taking 10 units or 1 milligram, so maybe I need to increase that. Okay, it's good to know. Was there anything else? This is a shorty.
Nope. Yeah, it's again, it's one of those growth hormone releasing hormones. It works.
It works.
It just does work.
Do you ever stop taking it?
You can.
Like if you got rid of all the visceral fat, would you stop, or would you just reduce?
I would imagine
Like
that
a
you would
maintenance.
just reduce, but as long as you're like training and stuff, it's good to stay on it. So, and you do want to cycle off of it like any other growth hormone.
Oh, so what's the cycle?
Usually it's on 12 weeks and then off at least 4, maybe 8 weeks.
Okay, yeah, I'm actually in my offs. I remember I had to go off. I had gone through 3 bottles, but again, I was only taking 10. So 3 bottles represented 60 days, 2 months. So that's 2 months is
So
about
you take a
8
month
weeks.
off and
Yeah,
and then
take
go
a month
back.
off and go back on. All right, so that
Yep.
so that's the protocol, is definitely take it for 2 or 3 months and go off it for
Yep.
1 to 1.5 months roughly.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Good to know. All right. Well, we're
We're going to end this with, we are the Peptide Brothers. I'm Goldfinger.
And I'm Dean.
And we're going to pep you up. Arr!
That's my Goldfinger.